Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dungeon of the Endless. I'm starting to feel confident about this run, and that makes me nervous. There's nothing in the world that makes me feel more nervous than me starting to feel confident. It's just a glimpse of what it's like to be inside my head. So I'm trying to be cautious, but I think we might be able to do this. I think we might get out of here. I don't love starting with 12 dust. That's a little scary. Oh, I gotta let Eseb lead the way. So, pretty much, we just need to keep doing what we've been doing, I think. But honestly, the moment we find the elevator here, I'm gonna think real hard about just immediately leaving. There's not that much strength left for us to gain from food. Nor from science, really. I mean, the modules we really need, we already have pretty much maxed out. We could still find equipment. We could still find a merchant who has good gear available. I really would love to be able to power this room. Or we could still find something useful in a chest, right? A lot of our characters are using pretty bad items. I guess I don't have to pause for this. Let's put down another food replicator. Yeah, stuff like this, except, you know, of types that we could actually use. Yeah, like we could definitely use some equipment upgrades yet. So maybe we'll find some of that. That would be cool. This sucks. I think, as much as I would like to leave him up here to operate this, I think we're in a position here where resources are a little bit, like I said, we don't have that much strength left to gain, so resources are a little bit less important, and being able to fight the monsters is really important, and increasingly difficult. Alright, now here, I feel comfortable leaving him operating here in the direction that we're exploring. That's a little better, I think. Oh, interesting, he went into full operating mode right away. Why did that happen? Is it because he was in this room already when I opened the door? That's interesting. I did not realize that worked that way. I thought it was that he had to be on the module for a door opening before he could start working it, but it's that if you're in the room, you can operate whatever that is in that room. Okay, good to know. I think my plan is still leveling up Mormish enough to get Armchair General to level 2. That's our next, I think our next important expenditure of food. And like I said, let's hope to find the elevator relatively quickly. Merchant, well... So the gas mask is not useful. Hold on, we can sell some stuff here. Sell these, because we know for a fact we will never need them. Go ahead and level Mormish up. Okay, next level up is another level of Armchair General, so that's good. That's at 180, so... I could sell him a bunch of stuff and get there. I do not think it's worth buying the Rabbit's Foot. Surviving Kit, on the other hand, is interesting, maybe. It's +1 wit, -9 DPS. It has some defense and some HP regen, and it would let Krayang actually repair the stuff in his room. Yeah, but -9 DPS, it's a little harsh. No, we're good, we're fine. Nice to see the dude, though. Good to be able to trade in some of that extra equipment we had for actual resources. Wait, what was that sound? I guess that sound was Eseb's attack animation, so I guess the attack animation started, so it played the sound, but then I moved him before the animation like actually happened. Come on, elevator. I know you're out here somewhere. Waves? Yep, waves. Back here, work together, try to remember to press the buttons. Buttons are important. Man, those Hydra-looking things really hit hard. They don't have a lot of health. Or rather, we hit hard enough to kill them quickly. It may be that they have a lot of health, we just deal a lot of damage. But they sure hit hard. Well, I mean, I'm just going to keep going in a straight line. I don't know. I have no idea where the elevator could be. Yep. The Death Dealer is like a merchant, except that he doesn't prevent there from being spawns for some reason. So yeah, the enemies are dealing way too much damage. This is the amount of damage I took just walking through this room. And remember, Esseb has Scamper. He's not even slowed by the enemies. That's just the amount of damage he took. I might do this. Let's try to slow down the rate at which things run through this room. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. No, we're not. We're gonna have to... No, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Alright, well, we're gonna have to build some defensive modules here, without question. So, tear gas is great. I mean, we're killing stuff quickly enough already, though. I guess it does put damage on the monsters as well. But you know what? If we're going to put down a pepper spray, which we are, to lower the amount of damage that our heroes are taking and reduce the number of things running through to the crystal, it'll be useful to reduce monster damage, because the monsters are probably not dealing... Or, it will be useful to reduce monster defense, because the monsters probably do not hit each other hard enough for the one shot without a little bit of a push. And the auto-dock shards. I mean, at this point, we probably do not want to build another major module on this floor, so I think we can go a little hard on the industry output here. Alright, is this guy operating in food too? It looks like... No, he is operating in science. That's actually interesting. It's a shame that the only weapon class that he has for sale is one that we extremely do not need. Do I want to just hit these? I think so. Yeah, I bet we don't need to... I bet we never need to do another research. Let's just buy these. We got a J-pad and a frag grenade. Not awesome. However... I think I do want to keep Bloody Showman. However, that was a good way of converting science into food. No, it wasn't. They killed the merchant. Well, there's a version of that where we get to convert that science into food. Hopefully we'll find another merchant by the end of the floor. Come on, this is the elevator. Tell me this is the elevator. No, that is something that is maybe not good for us. Yeah, it's not great for us. Yeah, yep, of course we got spawns. No! He's supposed to not be slowed by the presence of monsters, but he very obviously still is. That's strange. I'm gonna try to slow down the rate of monster approach by building a pepper spray in this room as well. It's not going to help this time, and in fact, we are pretty much certainly going to have to do this. Okay, one door until I can do that again. Okay, never mind. We can't build stuff outside of the room we're in, because the red crystal guys will just stop and destroy it on the way. I don't know why it wasn't converting that dude, though. He was the only thing in the room. I guess those guys are immune to pepper spray? Well, this is not going well. As a beginning, this is pretty bad. We are finding a fair amount of dust, I suppose. Yep, get running. Try to prevent stuff from getting through here. Ah, should I hit that earlier? Well, it looks like this is going to be a pretty gentle wave in terms of hero damage, at least. I like it when it's a lot of small enemies that are just trying to get to the crystal. We're much better at dealing with that. Okay. I say, and then something almost immediately almost gets through. I wonder if we should just build more pepper spray in here. Turn as many monsters as possible off. The pepper spray is valuable for a couple of reasons. Number one, it reduces the amount of damage your heroes are taking. You know, each enemy that you turn is one that's not hitting you. And number two is it increases the effectiveness of this room against the monsters who are trying to run through. But it's certainly not a perfect solution. It would be a lot better if I could, you know, if you could determine targeting at all. Because sometimes it'll turn those little blob dudes. Yep, spawns. Hold on, wait here. Okay. Let's have him try not to stand and fight Hydra dudes alone, but we can kill a couple of enemies before they get to us. Alright, Armchair General, go, go, go. May as well put up Hold the Line. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. Stuff is getting pepper sprayed like as it's leaving the room, I guess. That's why it's walking out and then turning around and walking back in. Yeah, this floor sucks, and I want to leave. It's good that we got this much of it lit though, so that Essep doesn't have to run through so much darkness on the way back. Makes him a lot less likely to die, which I appreciate, as you might imagine. Oh hey, no monsters. It's like Christmas morning. A radio. HP max way down, attack power way up. Kind of an interesting idea here. And his wit is way less important than... You know what? Yeah. His wit is way less important than it used to be because of the fact that I kind of like... We're not really that much into the generation of food anymore. Okay, that increased the effectiveness of Armchair General by about 50%. Not bad. Please tell me this is the elevator. That does not look like the elevator to me. It's an awfully small room. Okay, no spawns though. It's just the stuff that was in the room. Bad news is now I have to explore in another direction and open up doors that are closer to the crystal. I guess I could have popped this, but I really should. I should save it for the next big wave. Because I'm sure there will be one soon. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the red crystal guys aren't that common. I'm gonna, as they approach a little bit more, let's use this to spread out their arrival a little bit. Okay, here comes the majority of them. Get them, guys. Okay. Mormish is probably not going to be able to just sit back and generate food anymore. It's too many enemies. I'm going to hit this because the modules in the room are taking some damage. Essep's... He's coming. He's just coming really slowly. Yeah, wow, everything got through. Holy crap. Okay, we lose. Krayang, get in here. No, Krayang, get in here. Don't try to take the crystal, just get in this room. Yeah, that's a loss. Wow, the amount of stuff that spawned on that one was huge. Okay, so, everybody in this room. Yeah, we lose. So here's what we have to do. We have to station people in this room and this room to prevent there from being spawns directly adjacent to the crystal. And then I have to race forward and open doors as quickly as possible. We have to find the elevator. The moment we find the exit elevator, we can pick up the crystal, and we have to make a run for it. And if I don't find the elevator quickly, there's nothing. I don't think there's any way forward. So, fingers crossed, everybody. You have 32 speed. Krang's on 27. So it's not that much worse for Krang to be the one who carries the crystal. Just debating which one of them I want to be the door kicker, because I guess I want it to be Krang, because we want Eseb to be near the crystal. Alright, we see whether the elevator is a room, and if not, we just run. Please tell me... Oh, no. That's not the elevator either. Alright, well... Oh, actually, radio off, photon decelerator on, right? Scamper. Alright, so Krang needs to hit this door. Monsters are coming, we have no way of stopping them. Open this, Mormish, get in here. We have to find the elevator yesterday. We're about to open another door, so I guess I don't really need to use science to reset this, but also... let's just do it. He's dying. He opening the door? He's trying. He's working on it. So yeah, we're in a dire situation here for sure. Found an item. Don't you open that. You gotta focus, man. Come on, when you find the elevator... Ah, there it is. Okay. So grab this. You need to hit this button again. No, wait. Mormish, you can't be the guy who does the grab. Right? You're way too slow. Yeah, he has 6 speed. In fact... how can we possibly make it out of here? Alright, most of the enemies that are in this room are not crystal fighting enemies. So he needs to... these guys are going to try to kill him. It has to be Eseb who gets back here, but I can't give him an order until the door finishes opening. So Mormish's orders are going to be to run toward Eseb, because he's faster when Eseb's in the room with him. And as soon as Eseb touches him, we got to take off the spacesuit, because it's reducing his speed. So we got to make it to the elevator. Boy, we might have to take the spacesuit off anyway. Eseb, get back here. You also get back here. We gotta group up and make this run together as much as we possibly can. Alright, the crystal does not have a lot of health. It would be best if we could maybe get on this. Wow, it's taking... okay, as soon as Mormish left the room, they stopped chasing him and attacked the crystal. I thought that might work. I thought I might be able to lure them off. Alright, well... we completely lost control of that one wave, and it ended things pretty seriously. Honestly, that was really good. We got to floor 11. Like, and for some reason, we scored a huge amount higher than we did on our winning run. I'm not sure where the score comes from. But on the whole, you know, not a bad run. And I definitely feel like I'm a lot better at the game than I used to be, because there was a time when 3 heroes on easy would have meant a very different run than the one we saw toward the end there. Well, so it goes. I'm disappointed. But also, honestly, in some ways I'm encouraged by that progress. I think that showed something. So, let's try the infirmary pod. We said this was going to be the next one. Heroes have more health, and the cost of healing is reduced, but you don't get an auto heal. Now, it says no auto heal at end of turn. I'm not sure if damage will carry over between floors or not. We might get an auto heal from the elevator. Most in-game items are replaced with drugs that provide buffs with side effects, and health regen bonuses are replaced by defense bonuses because... Yeah, because you're supposed to not get healed. I don't know if auto-dock crystals will still work the way they work, but this is just going to be like tower defense mode. We can't have heroes tanking damage very much. So the importance of industry is increased here in the infirmary pod, and I guess we'll see what else is up from these drugs. Also, the importance of the bioorganic transference module is probably raised, because anything that can heal people, right? Alright, let's give it a go. Now, I think it said healing from passive skills is turned into defense. So possibly active skills like paramedic will still work for health regen? I don't know. We'll find out. So here we've got Troy Pequeño, who can stab people. He's real good at murder. And he has Pack of Dogs. Oh, and another person who has Pack of Dogs. Cool. So these guys get plus 6% attack power when they're in the room together. And also, he has extra speed per health regen point, which is a shame since he cannot have any health regen. This just doesn't do anything in the infirmary pod. That's a shame. So we have here plus speed minus attack power, plus defense minus attack power. Keep this and all drugs out of the reach of children and prisoners. And minus speed plus attack power. Well, these seem bad. There's absolutely no reason for them to be on the inventory rather than the backpack. I mean, 25 is kind of a lot of attack power, so that's good. I don't know. I'm not feeling as nearly as good about this start as I was about the armory pod start. So to start with, we just have our normal stuff, the prisoner prod and the basic resource generation. I guess food's going to be less important this time because our heroes are less important. This is going to be sort of the opposite of the last run. Obviously, we'll never be able to completely rely on towers. It is nice to have a person with a machine gun, I'll say that. Alright, we're going to have to wait one more door before we can put down another major module. I don't know what machine the yard people are working with outside, but it keeps making like that real deep bass tone that was in every action movie's trailer for a while. Those Inception pedal tones. Alright, we're already out of power, which is great. I guess you're pretty slow. You can just stand here and be machine gun guy, and if you're going to stand here and be machine gun guy, then we can probably drop your speed and raise your attack power. Grind-a-sill. It would be cool to be able to just, like, have weapons. It said most items are replaced with drugs, not all items, right? Alright, hopefully we're going to get a lot of monsters that want to go to the crystal and not so many monsters that want to fight our heroes. We definitely need to pursue level ups. So let's, I guess let's level up this guy. He's going to be going into combat first. We're going to have to be very careful about our food supply. We definitely don't want to run too far down. Alright, found the elevator already. Something of a mixed blessing. I was about to say, do I feel like we should build another module at this point? But never mind, we don't have the dust to power another module. Hey look, we found some. Oh, this... Yep, this room isn't even powered yet. Go ahead and pop his thing here. It does seem like the Heavy's damage output is real good. Yeah, he has more than 50% more DPS than Troya does. And I'm gonna have to actually listen for that sound. I'm realizing as I'm watching things happen here that the way I usually tell when the all clear has been sounded is that the health bars go up. So that's not gonna work anymore. Well, we're probably just about done with the floor, I guess. Or maybe not. Alright, you better get over here. Yeah, he does good damage, man. He also seems quite tough. 23 defense, 1200 health. Yeah, okay. He's not that tough, I guess. So is there something I should be equipping on him? Attack power down 10 is, I think, too big of a penalty. But I guess we can equip this and then pull it off of him when he actually gets into the room. So, like, he can be exploring over here, right? And then have him run back to fight spawns, and as soon as he reaches the room with the monsters in it, we can unequip it. Like right now, we can unequip it. Okay, so we're not getting any other spawns from this direction. Move you back to try to intercept here. Never mind, not necessary. Somehow we did eventually get spawns. A long, long time after I would have expected them to still be spawning. So, given that we can see 4 doors, do I want to put down a major module? We're not really generating a lot of resources right now, but I'm worried that I'm going to get a pretty bad rate of return on anything I put down at this point. Yeah, but also I'm worried that if I go to the next floor having only generated such a small amount of food and industry, we're going to be setting ourselves up for failure. And frankly, we just need science. So we can have him stand here from now on. It's a little awkward to have him have to move to intercept things because he's really slow. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna fall all the way back to here. They need to fight together. Okay, he gained Scamper. That's fine, I guess. I sure hope we meet an operator soon. As we can take off the Grindacil while he's moving places, and then put it back on. This kind of sucks. Like, the fact that the optimal play in this pod involves constantly equipping and unequipping this garbage. This is not a super fun addition to the game. Okay, so we can only get spawns in the elevator, and we sure did. That's weird. It seemed like that one was ignoring him. It was just going for the door. Is it possible that those little mouser-looking dudes pick a hero target the moment they spawn and try to run to that hero? Because those might have been running for Troya, right? I don't know how his name's supposed to be pronounced. Troy? I don't know. Okay, so we do still get weapons. Or maybe it's just that, like, every time an item drops, there's a 20% chance it will be the thing it originally was. I'm pretty sure it said most items are replaced with drugs, so it might be something like that. Alright, well, a research crystal is a welcome find. Alright, let's just fall back to a room where we can defend against things together. We can probably afford a level up or two here. Alright, he's going to get an active skill pretty soon. It will probably just be the skill of doing even more damage, and that is just fine. Honestly, it might well be the skill that that we already have here. Oh, never mind. These crystals are very slow moving. You cannot argue with the dude's damage output. Very solid. Okay. Yeah, tear gas. Always good, always important. It's maybe not necessary for me to pull them together, but why wouldn't I, right? I'm hoping to not have to heal. I'm hoping that we will discover that the elevator does heal us. Basically, I'm just trusting that that's state information that the game doesn't want to bother to track. Ah, that's a bad room for the... I'm just thinking about, like, maybe setting this up so... This is the last door, right? There's no direction for a room to be in off of this room. So if we put the heavy in the elevator, depower you, power you, then open this and just run for the crystal, I'm thinking we can maybe get away with this. Unless there's loot in here, which would be inconvenient for me, because then I would want to actually hang out. Okay. Go for the crystal. Yep, got spawns. No big surprise there. Probably pretty good odds we're going to have to heal at least a little bit. Alright, let's see if my intuition is correct and the game doesn't want to track our health state between floors. These monsters, are they more skulking or slinking? I think they skulk first and then they slink. Is skulking movement my... Yeah, okay, it auto-heals us at the end of every floor. Great. My interpretation of skulking is that it's more of like a laying in wait sort of thing. Alright, we have lots of industry to work with at the beginning of this floor, so let's just lay down as many modules as we can. Oh, I should have gone back to the other direction. Alright, looks like that's the double speed stealer. Yep. Good in a sense. Also annoying in that it's blocking that major module slot for 8 turns. Okay, and the rooms near the elevator continue to be very positive. Okay, a dead end. That works for me. Let's also put down an industry generator. When you don't build an industry generator, you do run through the resources somewhat quicker than you might expect. Actually, wait for him to get over here. Is there a major module slot into that? There is. Lovely. Another industry generator, maybe? Remember, at some point we're going to want to, like, really fall back on... fall back on our minor modules. We're not going to want to go hero fighting forever. It's just that hero fighting is low resource output. Well, the Kip Cannon's awesome. We know the Kip Cannon's awesome. I think we should probably get the Kip Cannon. Just make sure that we have a good stock of science. Oh, I should. Okay, that is an active health regen skill that actually works. Which I suppose we will want to use pretty close to on cooldown. So we have an active research module. We should probably try to get as much use out of it as possible. Feeling pretty good about this. If we can pick up an operator hero, we'll be in real good shape. Go ahead and hit this. little bit of health regen is a good thing. Doesn't seem to last very long, though. I mean, I guess that's fair. It does seem to be kind of a lot of health regen. So actually, I think we're going to have him block this room. Just the distance required makes it awkward for the heavy to do it. Even with his speed doubled, he's still too slow for that job. Alright, what have we here? A guy who will sell us a bad gun we can't use, or some drugs that we're already familiar with. Well, that wasn't that great. Ooh, jump straight to level 3 on the tear gas. I do love resource generation, but I think we ought to take this opportunity. Alright, just make sure I'm in this room to block spawns. And then I think we should do this. Yes, 20 dust. Awesome. Okay. That's actually perfect. I don't think it's always worth going for the industry to dust trade-off, but I do think usually it is. Alright, so open this door. Remember, we want to hit that pretty much every time it's off cooldown, as long as people aren't at full health. Yeah, so it's a significant amount of health regen, but only for a very, very short time. Alright, we know that all monsters that spawn from this point will have to run through this room, so I'm just going to go ahead and put down a tear gas module. Kip cannon at 1 damage per stored, or 1 attack power per stored science. Has to be 5 times as powerful as a prisoner prod for the DPS to be equal. And it also costs 3 times as much. But every point of damage that we deal reduces the amount of healing that we're going to have to do, right? Reduces the damage that our heroes take. We might have to start having Troya run through and hide behind the room, at least until monsters target on the heavy. But basically, I think I'm going to try to get away with not building any more modules right now. The tear gas is super valuable, but let's see if we can get away with building as few modules outside of that as possible. Try to bank resources for the next floor. Yes, that's exactly what I was just talking about. That's exactly the thing we need. I don't remember what level he becomes an operator. It looks like he gets a passive next level, so who knows, that might be it. I wish I had a better memory. Okay, we have the ability to go up to level 2 of the Kip Cannon, which is powerful. But we're going to be offered 1 level upgrades all the time, and resources do still matter for us. Food does still matter. You know, I was thinking we were done building major modules. Maybe I should have built another one. I don't know, this first floor is probably not going to be too much longer. Or this early floor is probably not going to be too much longer, actually. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that I did not, in fact, build another major module, because it would have been hard to justify the cost. So, we don't have any extra items. There's no reason for us to sell things off before leaving the floor. Yeah, on the whole, this was pretty successful. Okay, that was operate. Good. That's going to put us in a really good position resource generation-wise for the rest of the game. Well, let's go get the crystal and get out of here. Honestly, I'm feeling more confident about this run early than I did about the armory run early, and maybe that's just because of how well the armory run went. No reason not to hit this, since it resets our cooldowns at the beginning of every new floor. By the way, that's why I thought it probably would heal us every floor, is because if it doesn't want to track our cooldown information, I see no reason to assume it wants to track our health information. It really is, like, it's remarkable how difficult I found easy before, and how much it's feeling now to me the way too easy used to feel. Alright, well, I think we can probably start with a food replicator. We do want to level our heroes up enough to get basic skills going. Which is currently not really a place that we're in, so we should take some time to operate a food module, especially here in the early part of the floor where there's not a lot of danger. Oh, use this. Anytime we're not full on health, hit the button. I don't think I was doing that toward the end of the floor. Alright, do I want to be on the safe side with the industry? No, we're definitely going to be able to build an industry module later. Oh, we got to remember to try to level Krayang up until he gets that extra science each time you open a door skill. That is also going to be useful. And I don't feel like I really know what his skills are, so also there's value in leveling him up just, you know, for learning for future games. Okay, I think we probably want to pursue the Science Creator upgrade. Oh hey, dead end. Alright, we get a decent amount of healing out of that sandwich thing. So I think we have U-block here. And the heavy will just continue on by his lonesome. Kind of want to keep leveling him up, too. Okay. So when we hit the more sandwich button, though, he does get a speed boost, right? 0.5 speed per health regen point, so he gains like 12 speed. It's probably worth remembering. That might come up. Come on, a bunch of dust. Awesome. Oh no, it's actually one dust short of what we needed, though. Because obviously I'd really like to light this room so that we can get our combat heroes focused in the same place again. Oh, that's right. I was like, there was something I was supposed to do before opening this door, but it was this. I guess this is where we're building our next major. It's a little later than I would like. We could demolish this. Once it finishes researching, now that we have another artifact, we'll demolish this and use this major slot. I'm going to have you run over here, and we're going to pop the sandwich button. Gotta take advantage of that health regen every single time it's available. Yeah, let's go ahead and level him up a few more times. Let's see what his skill set looks like. Since apparently he's going to be the one doing all of the fighting. Okay, no, we're not getting any spawns. It's just the stuff from the room. You know, given that our heroes, fighting with our heroes is more expensive, I may have to reconsider the way I distribute power, because we have to have rooms that have towers in them to fall back to. It's not that big of a deal right now, but it's going to be eventually, when the floors get more difficult. We have one more door to open before we can demolish that. Alright. Finally. I think we'll light this for right now. Again, just trying to minimize spawns here. Okay, we get no spawns. So I'm going to unlight this. We're going to light this. You can move through to here. Even more Grindasil. We don't have a drug that increases wit, do we? No. That is a shame. Alright, so let's demolish this so that we can use it for stuff. I'm sure there's still enough doors left on the floor for that to be worth building. Are there minor... It looks like... Okay, there's 3 minor module slots here that are just extremely well hidden. So that's a room we could fall back to. I'd prefer this one. Actually, it looks like this one only has 2 minor slots. This is an awkwardly constructed floor. Hurry back, hurry back. What are you doing? Don't stop and fight. Man, those things have a lot of health. This is going to get a lot harder once we lose this thing. The doubled hero speed is significant. We're going to be able to move Krayang over to operate whatever we put on this. I think it's still worth building something. Yeah, maybe. Actually, it's going to be 3 doors from now, though. Yeah, maybe. I guess we're at maybe. Oh, everything in the room... Okay, that's actually really cool. A passive that slows all the monsters. Maybe a little early to be fighting the elevator. Do I want to try to get the emergency generator? I do think that this is an important building. And it's actually more important now than it was in the escape pod, right? Because we're so much more reliant on having powered rooms in the right places. So yeah, that's definitely the next research. Wow, let's wait until we have a little bit more food before leveling him up anymore. Well, at the very least, we definitely need to see what's on the other side of the elevator. I guess we can just stand and fight here. It doesn't really matter where we do it. Getting to be kind of a lot of space for stuff to spawn in. This is going to break next turn. Or, it's going to break right now. Alright, so do I still want to build a major module? We can see 3 doors. We do have a lot of the non-industry resources to play with. Or rather, we have a lot of industry. So I kind of want to convert industry into non-industry resources, is what I was thinking, which is why that thing came out of my mouth the way it did. But like, at what rate am I willing to accept that exchange? Am I cool with 35 industry for 12 science? Probably not. So we have to guess how many more doors do I think there are. Would I pay 35 industry for 16 science? For 20? I'm going to do this. We're going to put this down. I'm even going to move Krayang over here. Now this will be our fallback room. And given that this is going to be our fallback room, I feel okay building a tier gas in it. Now see, that's interesting. I wonder... Should we attempt to make that trade? Probably. We're short enough on dust that the elevator run's going to be kind of awkward, so we probably actually have to make that run. I was waiting for Krayang to start taking damage, because the maximum value of this is it healing everybody, right? Well, our damage output is pretty good. Feel alright about it. I guess I could be... Right, I could be popping his drugs on and off to speed him up. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright. I feel great about that. Let's have you open doors. You run over here. Your drug is plus speed minus attack power. So yeah, I gotta remember to pop the drugs on and off for exactly... This is a tedious way to play the game. So I guess let's take your drug off now. This is not a fighting moment. We run you back, and then when everybody gets back in the room, we put his drug back on and we take his off. He gets grindacilled. He loses this. It almost feels like a bug, right? Like, the way that it works. The way that it works is so not ideal. We might want to put up some towers in the corridor leading to the fallback room, just so that we stop taking damage on our major module. Okay, this is the doubled heal cost Stilla. That does suck. That's a bad one. The Kip Cannon's pretty bad at this moment. But prisoner prods are cheap, you know? Like, it's not a big deal for us to do this. Even here. Okay. So we're going to start exploring this way. I'm going to have you stand back here with your speed thing on. And you, I guess, can keep your speed thing on as well, because you're not walking very far. Okay, Science Merchant. That's interesting. What are the chances that we're ever going to want to use this? Quite low. This we actually should hold on to, and in fact should probably be equipped on Krayag. And I'm going to hold the nail gun. We still have one hero slot left. It's possible it will be a pistol hero. But that should probably be equipped. He's not going anywhere. Oh good, more grindacil. Alright, so we had to take your drug off. And I guess I can give you some grindacil. I mean, all the prisoner prods are having some effect, right? They're killing some of the enemies. And they made that pretty fast. Alright, we're almost done. I guess having stuff spawn further away is good, but having the spawns be more staggered is probably more important. Alright, so do we get spawns? No, okay. Everything's fine and perfect forever. Oh, hey, look, it's more grindacil. Alright, I think we have too many items now. No, never mind. We definitely want to swap you out for a plus speed drug. We're going to have the heavy stand here. We're going to have Krayang stand here. We'll depower the elevator, power these rooms. It's a little awkward, actually, no matter how we power it. Is he fast enough? Yeah, he's probably fast enough to not take any damage. Yeah, the concerns of this particular pod make it a little strange to play. And I do not like the fact that it is definitely correct to be constantly equipping and unequipping drugs even during combat. That sucks. It's definitely something that I'm going to forget to do a bunch. Alright, let's do one more floor. I gotta say, I'm disappointed in how anticlimactic the armory pod thing was. I completely lost control of the run. We're probably not gonna have to be concerned about healing anybody right away. Yeah, there we go. Get that online. So we should probably put up another food thing. Get back on our food generation. And hopefully it will continue to be the case that the rooms near the elevator are full of goodies. No, well, major module slot at least. Get our industry going. It's already getting difficult enough that we're starting to have to rely on towers, so... Okay, no, the rooms near the elevator on this side are just garbage. Well, I was hoping that would be, you know, dust. I guess we should explore on the side Krayang's on first. Really, I should take off his drug, but man, that's tedious. It's a tedious way to play the game. Alright, yeah, so we'll keep your speed thing up so that you can run over here and help quickly. Hopefully we're not in a position where I need to build much else just yet. Having a real hard time catching a break on the dust here, though. A lot less early dust than we usually see, I feel like. It's Ken. Yeah, Ken's pretty great. I like him. I feel like we're just seeing the same 6 or 7 characters a lot here, which is a little unfortunate, but hard to be mad about Ken. Who doesn't love Ken? I guess I shouldn't order everybody back yet, because we don't know that the spawn window is passed, and we should definitely unequip your Grind-a-Sill, so that we can re-equip it here, and Ken should also have Grind-a-Sill. Does everybody have Grind-a-Sill on? Oh, wait. And we should remove this. And we should heal up, even though we're only barely damaged, because we should just try to do that on cooldown for maximum effect. And then I guess the thing that makes sense is for us to block like this. We do have a major module slot over here now that this is powered. We should probably run something in. It should probably be a science creator, I guess? I know we have a lot of science right now, but as soon as we find a research crystal, we're going to go through it very quickly. Actually, I'm glad we found Ken, because Ken naturally gets repair. That'll be useful. Alright, that's excellent. So hopefully we can move everybody fast enough to prevent any possible spawns. Yeah, cool. And I probably want to build another major module. I think we're still rolling in industry here. Mormish. So we could fire somebody. We've never done this in the series, but you can dismiss a hero. You get some food back from them. Do I want Mormish? He's an operator that generates damage by not being in the rooms with the monsters, which is kind of what we want for this pod. I don't know. We might actually want to take him. Maybe fire Ken? Not that Ken's bad, but like... I'm not sure. What I like about Ken is that he gives our team some more mobility, but it would be nice to have a second operator. Get a lot more resources that way. That said, taking Mormish and Krayang is going to make this run very similar to the last one, so for that reason, I will not. Let's not do it. Okay, there's our elevator. Not totally awesome to find it this early. Yeah, there's still a lot of other directions we need to check as well. This is a bad time to find the elevator. Also, weirdly, really, really close to the other stuff. Weirdly, really close to the existing elevator. Oh no! These assholes. I forgot that the Silics will just destroy every major module they come across. They are the worst enemy. So that just means that... Let's see, we could make this the fallback room. And put Krayang in here. But that sucks. And if we get to a place where we have to start exploring this way, but we don't have enough dust to light this entire part of the dungeon, then we're just going to lose whatever's in this room all the time. No, that just sucks. It just sucks that there's Silics on this floor. And it sucks that this room doesn't have a major module slot. Okay. And I can't depower this. I was thinking, well, if we swap the power from here to here, that's good. We can build one here. Nope, we just have to wait. Once we have enough dust to light this room, we can build a major module slot, major module in that slot, and it will be actually safe. Okay, well that'll do it. So we'll have Ken move to here. We'll build our industry generator on this side. And let's see what this merchant is. Okay, industry for stuff we don't need. Ken's a machine gun guy, right? Yeah. So we're probably not going to need that. A guard uniform is a pretty good item. Tutu is also pretty good. Do I want to spend industry on this stuff, though? Kind of need my industry, right? Yeah, I'm not going to spend. Build a couple of kip cannons in here. This room should be pretty defensible now. It is going to continue to be the fallback room. If we get enough dust to light another room, we can light this one and then have Troya available for fighting, available for participating in the level instead of standing in a dark room by himself, which I'm sure is fun. You know, maybe he just doesn't like people. You get along with people. I get that. I've been in that place. I live in that place. All right, we should cut this thing. We should actually give the heavy this. It's actually probably true for both of you. Until you get back to the fallback room, and then once you're in the fallback room, you get Grindasil. Okay, he's coming. He's just that slow. Mormish is shooting stuff on the way in. That's nice of him. We could actually put up a kip cannon or two on this side as well. For some reason that didn't start building. That's weird. Look at that, healing. Oh, you know what? If we build stuff in this room, major modules will get killed by the Silics, and minor modules will get killed by the red crystal guys. So actually, we really can't build stuff in places where we aren't going to be actively defending it. That said, we can just actively defend this room. We'll do it without Krayang, but maybe that's for the best. We're going to lose anything we build in here because we don't have any repair people. Like, it will die over time. Okay, well, not much for it, I'm afraid. So who's faster between these two? It is 32 speed versus 37. Okay. So we want the faster guy to be actually doing the door opening. And we need to level Ken up until he hits repair. Alright, we're definitely going to attempt to make this trade. Let's see if it... Alright, cool. So we can move you guys up a little bit. That's helpful. The only defensive structure we can have that doesn't get murdered by monsters is Warden Mormish. And he does an alright job, actually. We're going to try to fight stuff in here as best we can. Hero damage is a lot like tower damage in this pod, except that the towers actually cannot be healed. Alright, so we've got this side figured out entirely. Okay, I like that. Dust and a powered room. So I guess we gotta explore with the heavy now. We need these guys to be able to run back to defensive positions. It's an interesting playstyle, for sure. Okay, 10 dust. Yeah. Upgrade the food replicator, I suppose. I don't know. Claymore mines are nice. Like, you get to positions where if you don't have area damage, you just get overwhelmed, and we saw that happening with the last module, or with the last pod. There's just too many enemies, and we couldn't kill them all fast enough. So actually, we probably should start picking up some AoE damage. I guess we ought to come together real quick and hit the sandwich button. I want to make sure that we never open a door that doesn't reduce the cooldown of this unless everybody's at full health already. As it is our only source of real healing. The weird infinite sandwich that this man has brought with him from space, presumably? Okay, good. We've been electromagnetic pulsed. Yeah, sure. Of course that's where it was. Well, that sucks a lot. Is Krayang can move in here and block spawns for the moment. You just fall back to him. Oh wait, are they going to destroy the research crystal if we fight them in here? Maybe. No, they have elected to completely ignore us. Yep, they're going to destroy the research crystal and there's nothing we can do about it. That sucks. I hate these guys. And we still have more doors to search, man. Alright, you two get back over here because you're fast. Really, really, really hate Silix. I guess actually he should have Pickover. Well, hold on. Let's see if there are monsters in this room. Okay, apparently that was the last room in the dungeon anyway. Another electromagnetic pulse. Well, whatever, I guess. So let's depower this room, power that. We'll just have somebody stand here. I'm a little nervous about this room not being powered. We should probably redistribute like this. I don't want people... The elevator being sort of in the middle of the hallway is a little awkward because I don't really want to leave unpowered rooms on the other side. because of how long it's going to take people to run to the elevator once they're powered, but I guess that's... Let's see here. So if we have can do the run, we have you stand here and you stand here, and that lets us power all this stuff. That should prevent any monsters from actually hitting us. We gotta wait until everybody's in position. But, like, obviously, it would be better to have the slowest guy actually be standing in the elevator. So we need to put this stuff on the 2 slow people. Make sure that comes with us. Okay, yeah, this is an alright end of floor. I'm super bummed out that we didn't get our research done. Why would there be a room that just has 5 Silics in it? That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do to me. Alright, everybody go. Later, Mormish. Good luck. Doesn't it seem like we could just, like, invite him into the elevator? Somebody just grab him and wheel him in as we're running in there? Seems a little extremely cruel for him to be in a place where he can actually watch the doors close in front of him. But I guess that's what you get for being the warden. Well, that's going to be it for us for today. Sorry about the end of that armory run. I don't feel great about it, but, you know... I feel great about it, and I don't. It sucks that we lost, but it's great that we got so far, even after losing a hero. Anyway, come back next time to see if I can maybe be slightly more conscious, and we'll see you then.